Oh,
Hi, how are you?
perfect. It's Friday, so weekend on the way.
That's right.
And you?
I'm doing well.
I would like to ask you some question about ISTQB. My name is Sergej Strajnak. I am a test automation engineer. I'm working for Epcon in Europe. And yes, maybe we can start with what's ISTQB board. Maybe could you introduce what is ISTQB board according to ISTQB certification and so.
Sure. Thanks for having me. Really appreciate the opportunity. So, ISTQB is the International Software Testing Qualifications Board. It's a global program, and around the world, we have member boards such as ASTQB, the American Software Testing Qualifications Board, that write examinations for the different topics and body of knowledge that ISTQB has. So ISTQB is really all about professional development for software developers. It's for people who are interested in getting into the testing career. It's for people who are in the testing career that are looking to learn some more advanced techniques to be able to be more effective at testing, and then to understand certain new domains around test automation, security testing, or possibly even AI testing.
Okay, and for example, what kind of ISTQB certificates could you offer to testers or for testers?
Right. So the program, the way it works is it starts with foundational knowledge on software testing. Now, with foundational knowledge, we're not saying that we're necessarily starting at the beginning, but we want to make sure that everybody who's involved in testing actually has some grounding concepts that they know how to test properly, what the different techniques are, what the terminology is, what the best practices are. Unfortunately, in our industry, the universities don't have programs around software testing. So nobody has a degree in software testing or a master's or a doctorate in software testing. So what we can do with ISTQB certifications is help people develop that knowledge. And it starts at the foundation level, just to have some level setting. Once you have the foundation level certification, that opens it up to other more advanced or more specialized certifications.
For more specialized is like, for example, test automation engineer and secret and security testers, and for advanced is like test manager, test analyst, or technical test analyst. When I think, or
That's exactly right. So for someone who's in a career as a tester, after taking foundation, they would typically want to take test analyst, advanced test analyst, because that gets into more advanced testing techniques. So that's what someone would do in a testing career. Maybe eventually they become a test lead or a test manager or a test director. We have the test management certification as well. For folks that are looking to just pick up skills, depending on what their role might be on a project, we have things like test automation, security testing that you mentioned. There's also usability testing, model-based testing, and another few other specialized certifications like mobile testing.
and what is, for example, expert part of ISTQB? For whom is for what?
Right. So for people that have gone through the advanced level test manager certification, then there's a higher level called the expert level, and that is really kind of really the ultimate goal of expression that you can actually get in the certifications. There's very few people that reach the expert level because it is very specialized, and there's two different expert level certifications. One around test management, and it has three subcomponents, and another one around improving the test process, so test process improvement activities. So even for people who are not sitting for those examinations, just downloading the syllabus and reading through is a great experience to learn some of those concepts.
Okay, thanks. And what about exams, for example? Now in Corona time, it's possible to have proctored exam online because I have experience with the American board, and it's amazing because, for example, when I wanted to have some exam, I will only check the date it is possible, and I can have whenever when I want it. I think it's amazing because in this time it's perfect.
That's exactly right. So with what we've had to deal with the last few years, there is now the possibility to take the exams online, and by online, they're still proctored, so there is still someone watching you take the exam. That's because of the level of examination that we offer. So ASTQB offers those exams online. You can, like you said, you can sign up for it at any time and day that's convenient to you. There's a schedule that shows you when that is available. And you can go ahead and sign up for that. By taking the tests through ASTQB and our exam provider, which is at sqa.org, you get several benefits. So, for instance, if you take the exam with foundation level, and then you take a course with one of our accredited training providers, you get a free retake on the advanced level. Advanced level and specialized level certificates are sometimes a little more difficult. So it's nice to have that what we call that peace of mind to be able to retake the exam. That's one of the benefits that you get by taking exams through ASTQB.
And I saw that you have something like testers tiers. Could you tell more about this because it's amazing as well?
That's a really fun program that at SQA, our exam administrator. So let me just kind of explain the distinction. So ASTQB is the American board that actually develops the examinations, essentially develops the IP, the actual questions, etc., based on the syllabus. And at SQA.org is our, call it almost like a sister company, and they do the administration of the exams. So they're the ones who actually do the setting up of the exams, the online portals, the on-sites, etc. So we work very closely together on creating exams, on delivering exams. And what we have is a program called Testing Tiers, which is really fascinating. So what it means is that depending on how many certifications you have, how many white papers you've read, how many labs you've done, it essentially gives you points and shows how you progress and how you gain more knowledge, and it kind of makes it fun. So it kind of gamifies the whole concept of software testing, and we are unique in terms of offering that benefit. So all of the tests, all of the white papers, all of the webcasts, etc., that you attend to, yeah, you get points for, and the more points you get, you rise up through the tiers. And we have, people at very high levels, and then people starting out, and everybody's very excited about that.
And what do you think? Why is good to have for professional testers ISTQB certificate? It's this certificate could open door for testing jobs or.
So a lot of people ask about that. Why certification? Why ASTQB and ISTQB certification? The answer is, as I mentioned earlier, there is no established body of testing knowledge outside of the ISTQB, at least not to the level of depth and breadth that ISTQB and ASTQB have. So by getting ISTQB certifications, does that make you an expert immediately in those topics? Absolutely not. But what it does do is it shows that you've actually gone through and learned some things, and you've been tested on those. It's one thing to just take a class. It's another thing to take a class and then have an examination that shows that you have that knowledge. That knowledge can then translate into skills, and those skills translate into the ability of you doing that on the job. A lot of companies globally, when they look for candidates, are looking for people who already have the certification, because it means to them that they have a certain level of knowledge that is useful for them in their organization. A lot of organizations are making sure that their teams all take the different certifications so that every team member has that additional knowledge, can do their job better, can have some professional development activity. So it benefits both the employer by making sure that everybody does things in the correct way, and by doing so, it becomes more efficient and effective, and it benefits the employee or the candidate because it gives them something to set them apart from another candidate, and it also gives them something to help develop their professional testing career.
Thanks. And the last questions I would like to ask is about what's the plan for ASTQB, for example, for the future?
So the future is to continue to look at different bodies of knowledge, different topics that are requested in the industry. For example, things like test automation have always been very popular. Performance testing was always something very popular. There's a certification for performance testing. And now the most recently released certification is around artificial intelligence. That's an emerging area. More and more systems that use software are starting to use artificial intelligence, autonomous systems, etc. So it's important for testers to start understanding, how those systems are built and how we can test systems that have AI, and also how we can use AI to do testing of other systems.
Okay, many thanks, Mr. Pollner. I really appreciate it, and I hope we will see in the future as well. And I wish you all the best, and to ISTQB as well.
Thank you very much. Pleasure talking with you today, and we'll see you soon.
Yeah, bye.
Bye-bye.